So here's my tariff radio. Anyway, it looks like I found the FCC details on the application for this radio here. Let's take a look, guys. And I think I know why TYT has had it marketed under this other name, because it's a different company and like it makes it easier for them to do different things. But anyway, the dual band 70-watt radio, Guangzhou Radio Boss Technology Company. Let's back out of this just a little bit. So when I looked up the name of the radio company that's on the box, this is what it came up with: FCC ID, FCC insert, device report, etc., etc. It's just a whole bunch, tons. So I click on the first one here. We'll go mobile. Let's see. Let's go back where we were. Okay. So mobile radio 900DU, DMR portable radio, DMR 2W, mobile radio ADB 60 watt. That's the 60 watt one. Mobile radio dual band 70 watt. And that was on 7/14/2025. The other one was a couple days later after that. These are all this year. There's a DMR repeater. There's a 4G LTE IP radio. Other than that, it says Tim Payne, U.S. agent for service process. The name of the company, 60 watt radio. Score, blah, blah, blah. 70 watt, dual band 70 watt mobile radio. 2B LTR, 2B LTR, 70 watt. Blah, 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 blah. Score 141. I don't know what this other page is. Okay. July 10th, 2025. Designated agent information, St. Charles in Illinois. Company, Guangzhou Radio Boss Technology Company. FRN number, company representative Sophie Wong. I wonder if that's actually the lady that contacted me. I don't know who Tim Payne is. But anyway, it doesn't really say the model, but it looks like it's probably this radio. I would have to think it would be. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Quad band. Yeah, it's not gonna be that one. Mobile radio. Image coming soon. They have a quad band and some other stuff. DMR repeater. What else we got? NBD data. Okay. Useless. Radio FCC database. Guarantee code. Okay, Badu, Bajoey, Brion. We don't see, it's a common name. Daytech. Tenway. Wow. They have a repeater and a mobile quad band radio here that I can see for sure. Okay, looks like more of the same crap. And quad band, repeater. Other than that, like, that's the only thing I can like really come up with on that name. So I think it's basically just a name that they came up with to satisfy the FCC's requirements. And that is definitely a Radtel. But I don't think Radtel makes any of their radios. Oh, iRadio. Yeah, iRadio makes some interesting stuff. Are are these even available on Amazon? The iRadio stuff. I think that we are seeing the golden age of radios. Unfortunately, along with tariffs, but there's just a lot of stuff has changed since about 2022. These ones here are really cool. In that one radio that B-Tech is making, I think these guys are making an N76 or something. I've seen that one before. That was marketed under some other name. But these are definitely like Radtel type of radios. Yeah. Anyway, interesting times for sure for radios. I'm digging it. That right there is a Radtel. Will it not show it to me? It will not. Where did it go? It was a Radtel 890. But it was up at the top and it won't let me see it now. Damn it. Dual band. Anyway, who cares? That don't matter. These are these DMR? Those look cool. When you click on it, it doesn't really take you to it. Dual band. $48? $50 you get to order 2 pieces. And it's got the keypad like you see on a TYT. That's crazy. Man. That one looks familiar too. But anyway, I don't know. I won't order anything. Like Andrews will order these. I won't order anything off of AliExpress or anything like that. Especially not now that I gotten hit with a tariff. But the point of the tariff was supposed to be what? To make money for who? You know? TY Tech trademark application of Quan Zhao Radio Boss technology. See this? So, new application, record initialized, not assigned to examiner. So TY Tech is not TYT. They might make the radio for them, but they're not. Or they might make the radio for TYT. The mark consists of a stylized wording of TY Tech, translating of the words in mark. TY Tech has no meaning in a foreign language. Classification. Class status date 25/109. So January this year. Current trademark owners. Now, this name already belongs to an American company. I think an American company. It doesn't have anything to do with radios. It has to do with other stuff. So, Len Lu and Associates Law Group PC. New application entered. So, they're applying for this name. And it's that company. And it could be tied to TYT, or it could be completely, absolutely separate, or it's another company that TYT owns. They're going to push the radios through. But nonetheless, I'm impressed with the quality of the radio so far. And I don't know what the price of the radio is, so I'm not sure that the price would be worth it or not. But I also wanted to take a look on here since we're on here chatting about things. And my camera's in the way. I want Amazon. Okay. So the name of this radio was. Well, let's just type in TY Tech and just see what happens. What we get? We don't get anything, so they're not. I don't think they're reporting anything. The TID radio, which I quite like. Mine is used for monitoring and doing different stuff. $31, pretty good deal on that one. Okay, well, let's look up the actual TM dash D 70. There we go. Yep. How about TYT? So the quad band radio is $212. Their UV 390 is $94, which is a good deal. So the 390 and the 380 can be the same, but one's waterproof. Okay. These ones have been out for a while. I don't know how good they are or not. Me personally, I've avoided them because they're only 25 watts, and I do simplex only for the most part, mobile. So 70 watts from this radio is going to be pretty cool for me. I'm probably not going to put it in the mobile because I don't trust my truck, and with 412,000 miles on it, it could leave me stranded at any time. I've always wanted to get one of the ones that looked like a Yaesu, and they have this 9800, and then they have the 9800D. I don't know. I guess they're all the same. Now that's a really good deal on that one. So there was one at a ham fest, and it felt really light. I don't know if it was this one. I think it was. And I was gonna buy it for like 120. Maybe no. What was it? It was at the Marana Ham Fest. I think it was like $80. Now most of the YouTube channel people, guys, already have all these. They've gotten them, I think, probably for free. And until they come out with new radios, you know, I probably won't be able to get anything. Also, I don't know why they gave me a radio to review. I'm really happy they did, but I won't expect it to happen more than once because I don't really run a real tight ship on the channel here about making money for other people. I do an honest review no matter what, and chances are they're never going to send me radios again, so it doesn't matter what I say about the radios that they sent me. And they didn't really give me a whole lot to go on anyway. So I might just be more of a beta tester for them. I've had a TYT radio for a while now, and I have always been impressed by the quality of it, and I have dropped it quite a few times. And although, you know, I mean, I've literally dropped the Bofang UV5R for like 10 years, and it did crack, and, you know, it had some problems. But it did quite well. And there isn't too many HTs that I had that really felt like absolutely horrible quality. One of the worst ones that I've ever reviewed was the TalkPod radio. It was a piece of crap. It was flimsy. You held it and the battery moved around. It was absolutely junk. But I'd rather have something small like that in the truck. This radio out here has got crossband repeat, and I think that I might actually use that. So I'm going to need to set up two different antennas out here, and I've got a 440 and a 2-meter beam, which might come in handy. UHF, mobile radio. So I'm just kind of trying to get an idea of what do radios cost. So I've seen the temporary offline guy Steve review the various different versions of this radio that he bought from a return, Amazon returns. And I was watching his videos to get a feel for if one of these would be a good radio for the truck. I was at a ham fest and I saw something that was much smaller than I expected. I don't think it was this radio. It may have been this one. And this is the other company I said that kind of makes me think that they might be TYT, but the QYT. In some of these, they have really, really horrible reviews. So that makes me a little nervous. Here is a Anytone. I like that one. Here's a BTEC. They're $219. And basically, almost any like dual band radio seems to be like in the $200 range. This is a nice radio. This Icom. What's this one? Okay. Look at this. So I think maybe it was this one I saw at a Hamfest. You see that it looks absolutely just tiny, 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 tiny. That's what I want for my truck. I want a cheap, tiny piece of crap radio. I don't even want to talk on it. I just want to use it to listen. And I'll talk on it if there's an emergency. It kind of looks like a Kenwood microphone. And then this is a DMR radio, which I wouldn't mind having a DMR radio in the truck, but like, it doesn't really matter. I totally like the way these look. I think Anytone makes exceptionally good radios from what I've experienced, but they might not make all of their radios. So this is 4.5 inches by 3. Maybe this would be a really good one too. I was watching the video where Steve was doing that video, and what I was impressed about was the kind of the way the screen looked. This is an 8900. What was the other one called? An 8900. Okay, it does look like there might be multiple different ones. I mean, I've got a bunch of radios like this. I mean, like for $22, I could just get an adapter, you know. Oh, this retevis right here is clearly the fucking radio. Oh my god. Okay, so this is the radio, guys. I'm telling you right now. I'm not bullshitting you. This is the fucking radio. You see that? Let me pull this up nice and big. That's the retevis. This is who is this made by? That's the radio. Look at the fucking microphone. Wow. Dude. So, now, retevis is known to make some good radios. So now that we know this, where do I find the software for this radio? But this one, so this is only 50 watts. But look at it. It's the same freaking radio. Now, if I hadn't tested this on the damn watt meter, I probably would have been like, Crossband repeater, yes. Super heterodyne receiver. You know, that's a really big deal. Yeah. Dude, this is the radio. The bracket's the same. So, it just has Oh yeah, so what was that where I saw 223 when I pushed the band button? Interesting. Okay, let me. I'm not seeing it now. VFO. Um. Okay. Where is the? I'm gonna have to look at my manual, but yeah. Okay, what did they say it comes with? See, look, I got all that exact same stuff. Yeah, the little sticky on things. Okay, so that's for the bracket. I got the fuses. I got exactly the same hardware kit and everything. It's the same company. One of them is. I absolutely guarantee it. And what I like about the radio is it's an LED display, not LCD with LED lighting. Wow. Okay. So this radio is 265, by the way, and it's 50 watt. This is interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we need to look up this retevis ma1, and also I need to get into Chirp here and see if this radio is possibly on the list. Let me do that while we're here. This is the kind of stuff I'd like to do on a live stream, guys, but the problem is when I do a live stream, nobody goes on there. So a live stream is just kind of a way to stream some BS on the radio. Okay, let me see. We'll click the download from the radio. Oh, first of all, let's check the TYT list just to make sure it's not on there. TH. Yeah, it's not on there. Okay, so retevis. Okay. And what is this thing called? Damn it. An ma1. Okay. They don't have anything that starts with anything other than an R. They have a ton of radios. Let's see if it's like RT something, MA1 maybe. P2. Okay, so I don't believe it would be supported on here, but I'm gonna guess this software is probably gonna work on this radio. Okay, let's search out this radio here, retevis. Go onto their website. Maybe they're carrying the 70 watt one now. Okay. With or without the antenna, blah blah blah. High power, blah blah blah. That's so funny. Like, I'm just like browsing Amazon. I'm like, dude, that's so funny. Noise canceling, dual display, dual watch. You get more than one place to plug the microphone in, which is really cool. Independent operation. One key mute. How is that one key mute? It's two keys. Power adjust. Where's the software? And also, maybe new arrivals. Let's click this and see if by any chance, you know, I'm gonna guess that they're carrying a bunch of the other radios. Yeah, see this one here looks like another radio I saw earlier. And that's a Bofang, obviously. Okay. And that one, I've been seeing that one, I don't know. High power radio. I don't want walkie-talkies. Ham radio and amateur DMR. Okay. Retevis Alluance. See, like, these are TYTs. Or any tones or whatever. Here's the retevis Allowance. I want that radio right there, guys. I do. I know it's a CB. It looks like a CB, but I'm a 10 meter guy, man. I'm really not into the UHF VHF stuff. Because first of all, 10 meter people, when the band is open, it's a lot of fun, and it's just fun. So, we just let's go download software. Let's see what we can get. What do we get? 4G programmer. Good lord, this is in alphabetical order, I hope. ma1 firmware, ma1 software. Okay. Let's see. Marine, Hammond amateur, and base station, repeater, analog, HF transceivers. Let's see. This is not HF transceivers. Well, what is this? I haven't seen none of this. Good lord! That's expensive! The freaking hell! It's got like a Yaesu microphone. Wow. You know, dude, they had this thing in HRO's catalog, like I don't even know when, years ago, and it never came to be. Never. Yep. This is interesting. This is the HS2. Never ever came to be. And they had it listed on Ham Radio Outlet's website. 150 watt linear amplifier. Look at that. That's actually cheaper than the other one. It's 150 watt. It's cheaper than the Zygu. Now, I don't know if we can use it easily. Let's see what we get here. Can I see the back of it a little better? Dude, it's blurry. They got a hobby RC connector on the back. That's interesting. Okay. $365. 15 watts maximum input. 1.8 to 30 megahertz. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. I would use that for my my birdie radio. My Zygu X6100. That looks pretty cool. All mode DDC duct transceiver. That's pretty cool. 100 watts. Yeah. Interesting. Look out, ICOM. Somehow I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that. It's not being marketed, that's the problem. But if it's 100 watts and it has built-in CW decoding, TF card, built-in USB sound card, built-in antenna tuner, only for RS998, wideband passband, TX frequency 0 to 30 megahertz, and 144 to 148. So it has 2 meters. Output power QRP plus DB5AT version, 20 watts HF, 7 watts VHF. Output power RU4PNWF 100D version, 100 watts HF and 50 watts VHF. Wow. So there's a couple versions of this thing in stock. And then this looks like the radio I've seen once before. The Geo, some HS3 anyway. It's pretty expensive. Yaesu microphone for sure. I'm not going to go into full detail on that. It goes to 2 gigahertz. Interesting. Let's see, what does it say? It is 150 watt. Wait. I don't know. No, it's not. I don't know. I don't know what they're up to. Anyway, it's out of my price range, regardless. This is 2 different radios. HS4. Why is one $229? Oh, one comes with an antenna. What a big fucking deal. That antenna can't be any fucking good. It looks like shit. Show me the antenna. Where's the freaking antenna? You serious? That's the antenna? I have to look at this picture to try and figure out. It looks like junk. It might be worth it, maybe, but it's unlikely. Okay, so mobile radios. Let's go check this again. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything here. Mobile radios, analog, mobile, 2-way radios. Okay, we have all of these. The RT95s. These apparently ship locked, and you have to push the P4 button and the function button, I think, and the power on at the same time. Why in the fuck would you lock it? It won't go on. It won't go on the top of the 440 band, in the ham band at that. So I think that a lot of people are buying them on Amazon and they're returning them because they don't work. And so the temporarily offline guy dude figured that out, and he's been buying these used off of Amazon for whatever, and then flipping them on his website. This is one that I used to see, I don't see anymore, and that's the RT9000. Okay, I'm trying to see. Here's a mini one, which looks just like that other company's radio. Let's see here. This one is sold out. It's a UHF only. So you don't seem to be advertising that other radio. New arrivals. I thought it was on their page here, but apparently it's not. Okay.